Hello, and welcome to Of the People, Politics and Numerology. In this case, the two numbers to watch are the numbers 2 and the numbers 18. 2 as in Trump 2.0. Last week was a great week for the country. I would argue it's probably even a better week for Israel now that they will have a real friend back in the Oval Office, one who understands that what makes Israel important is not just because it's the Jewish homeland and not just because it's a strategic U.S. ally, or the main strategic U.S. ally in the Middle East, but for everything else that makes Israel so seminally important. So the other thing that flows from that is the two-state solution, which has been the bedrock of U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East for over 50 years, is now thankfully dead. You will see a reinvigorated Abraham Accords. Maybe we get to bring Morocco into this, and some of the other, other countries, Tunisia, maybe one day Saudi Arabia. But look for that in the second term. As far as Harris and the Dems are concerned, they're still trying to figure out why they lost, not only why they lost, but the size of it. They're blaming messaging, that their policies are right, but they just couldn't communicate the messaging. They're blaming black men, white women, and white women in particular, you're supposed to lie to your husbands. Look, Donald Trump won because he gave voice to over half of America that had felt disenfranchised, and they had no voice, both from the elites in Washington and certainly what's now called the Democratic Party, which certainly is not your father's Democratic Party, which is now anti-Semitic in large part. Not all of the Democratic Party, but certainly the people driving the agenda here. Trump won because, like Reagan in 1980, he found a way to go around the media directly to the American people. Right. And they call it the legacy media for a reason. Legacy is usually something you leave behind when you're dead, your legacy. And if the mainstream media is not dead now, they should have been, because they were anything but honest brokers in this, telling us that Biden was fine, telling us that the economy was fine, even though every time we went to the grocery store or we fueled up with gasoline, it cost us more money. Trump won also because he was far more disciplined and messaging and campaigning than he was the first time around. Look for Trump to do more of that in his term, both discipline in messaging and discipline in policy. But most important is going to be the personnel that he appoints. I've been around politics long enough, 30 some odd years in and out of DC and in New Jersey politics, to tell you that personnel is policy, and who you pick is going to determine what your policy really is, because you can't be everywhere and everything. The other number to look at is the number 18. It is 2 years to the midterms. 18 months is what Trump is going to have to get things done in this election. The last time the Republicans controlled both chambers of Congress, as well as the executive branch, was in 2004. I was involved in helping on that. We lost in 2006 the House, and most parties that are in control in midterms lose seats. So you have to look at this as 18 months, and the Democrats know that. They also know that Trump is a lame duck president, meaning he cannot run for another term. He's term limited out. So first they're going to shoot for the 18 months, and you're already seeing the resistance starting. Democratic governors, other people stepping forward. The lawfare, or as the weaponization of the judicial system, is going to continue. It's just not going to be, against Trump. So ladies and gentlemen, the battle is not over. The battle is just beginning. We're fighting from higher ground, and that's fine, but there's still a lot of work to do. The hard work is now here. And let's not forget, MAGA, Make America Great Again, is really just recentering American politics back to their traditional core constitutional values. So really, MAGA is about American exceptionalism. And that's the monologue.